Houston Texans fans. It
Shit.
was a rough one. We lost to the Chiefs. You lost three players. Shaq Mason getting imaging in Kansas City didn't look too good. Of course, your boy Jimmy Ward got imaging. It was a foot injury, no
Yeah,
structural damage or fracture,
I
but
would say that's bullshit. His
yeah.
cleat got stuck in the thing, so I wouldn't worry about that.
And then of course the big one that everybody is definitely bad was Tank Dell. Yeah.
He's kaput.
From what I read, it was suffered a dislocated kneecap from sources. Doctors are working to determine the damage. Surgery could be possible, but not yet happened.
That's
Significant,
best. That's best case scenario.
yeah. So significant injury for sure. D'Amico said he's donezo for the season. Uh, I don't know what on this case. I mean, you got Stephon Diggs out, you got Tank Dell out. You play again against Baltimore in 4 days.
On Christmas.
Yeah, it it's like dissecting the game. Um,
Oh,
and
there's not much to do there. As we turned the ball over, they didn't. That's all. That was the only difference.
CJ threw an interception. They scored. He threw another interception. Of course, fans are arguing about the penalties, but at the end of the day, you had to do more than they did. You had chances and you didn't take them.
Word.
There was some bad calls on both sides, some boneheaded calls on both sides for sure. But in the end, you
Oh,
can't leave
yeah,
it
no,
to it.
that's one of them lessons, bro. Like where the game is to be sold and not told. Like their experience got us when we didn't know it was coming. Like there was defensive plays that they held on to till they needed them, like a corner blitz in the fourth quarter on a long third down that we hadn't seen the whole game and fuck CJ up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you had like a double mug look from linebackers on that ball he overthrew to Schultz in the out of the end zone, which should have been a touchdown. But it's like fuck, like they've been consistent with what they're doing the whole day, and then the opportunity for us to score presented itself. But I wasn't expecting you to send a linebacker up the middle, and he rushed CJ. So that's what it is. I'm not mad about the loss. I'm mad about Tank.
yeah, yeah. I mean, even like there was certain things in the game I was remembering for our video. I was like the four wide receiver screens. Like
Terrible.
they kept talking about like this hasn't worked all day, and then they did it again. Like so, I was like, but then once the tank thing happened, it was kind of like, all right, if we lose this game, because we were losing anyway, and then I was like, now I got to think about Baltimore. I got to think about the next few games plus playoffs. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, what do we do from here? Stephon Diggs out, Tank Dell out. Your wide receiver room is now Nico Collins, Xavier Hutchinson, Robert Woods, Michi if he comes back from his injury next week or so. But
Wayne, the jackass that hurt Tank.
yeah,
You got Mims. You just gotta bring somebody in. You sign somebody off the street. You
so
clinched the division. You're going to the playoffs for sure. You add as many weapons as you can. I think.
yeah, and so that's where it comes into play. I mean, who's a person you're
Oh, and you're gonna hear the same rumors the whole week. The like we talked about Deontay in the chat earlier.
yeah,
We threw Odell's name out there. Like it, they're gonna bring somebody in. It could even be another tight end.
yeah. Kate Stover out also that kind of depleted their stuff all. It's interesting because like I brought Deontay Johnson's name up because I was like that would be hilarious. He got released by the Ravens because he didn't want to play. I mean, he's the head case in himself, but then you go and you're gonna play against them on Christmas. Like that would be just hilarious. But then I was like, well, Dell, I don't want you, bro. But at this point, I'm picking whatever I can get at this point because I need depth.
Yeah,
Um,
well, you just need people. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right. You need depth, but also like somebody who might could help you.
yeah.
Like
Oh, you said it.
stylistically, Odell might be like who you would bring in if you're trying to replace Tank. But
Yeah,
I think Deontay at this point might be a better player. He
yeah,
also might be more motivated to play, I think.
yeah.
And he might fit our system too. So like, I could see Deontay Johnson coming to Houston. Fucking sucks that it's at the expense of Tank, but now we're back to the same problems we always had. Who's our other receiver? And who the fuck is returning punts now? Because he just started that. He just solved that problem.
He was doing so good. It's one of those. I guess you go back to Damian Pierce, and then at returning, and then you're gonna have to figure out the receiver thing at some point. I mean, it
Well, I
it's
don't suspect that we're gonna whoever we get probably won't play against Baltimore.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's just such a
yeah.
quick turnaround, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see that happening.
I'm already making the call today. What are you talking about? I was like,
Oh, I mean, even then, like,
I
all
don't.
right, let me put it to you like this: Who, if they do bring somebody in and they go to Baltimore with us, I don't expect much from them.
Be like, Deontay, my boy, what did they do here?
Let's just be honest. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna rely on.
you were able to play a couple games with Nico out and Tank.
Yeah.
So why you can't play with Tank out and Nico?
No, I mean, being it sucks for Tank because it was like he was just starting to get there, and then this game was looking like, oh shit, he's figuring it out. Because there was
Yeah,
games where we said all season, like, dude, where you at, bro? Where you at, bro? And we are like, all right, we're giving you the benefit of the doubt because the gunshot stuff. You injured last year, sadly, out for the season. So I'm giving you some time, and now you're figuring it out. But it's like it sucks because you're one of the fan favorites. But I'm confident enough that this offense can do some stuff. Now we lose some explosiveness for damn sure, like
yes.
D'Amico said. But it's next man up. Hey, Mitchie, Xavier, it's y'all's time to damn shine, bro. You want to carve out a spot in this damn fucking receiver room right
I
now?
thought
Is it?
Hutchins played good today. Like
Yeah,
he could step up. Robert Woods, I think that he's always there. Like
yeah,
I thought the game was called better today.
yeah,
CJ made better throws. I thought Nico Collins could have played better though.
yeah. There was some questionable thing. There was a lot. It was interesting because on Twitter, it wasn't Texans fans that were arguing. It was NFL fans that were arguing about the calls, and I was like, there was some stupid shit that was called
Well,
being.
they missed the fucking pass interference on Tank Dell early in that game in the end zone on a bomb that CJ threw.
Yeah,
Granted, CJ shouldn't have thrown that ball, but Tank tried to work back to it and he got contact, and that kind of we punted on the next
yeah,
play. So you cost us at the very least 3
yeah,
points because we should have had first and goal at the one.
yeah, yeah. I'm
The
just
whole bullshit play where Pat Mahomes got hit in the head, like I
that was
get it that he
stupid.
probably did get hit in the head, but like it didn't need to be called.
And what I think what it is like those dominant when there was a dominant play on defense, it was erased by a questionable call for them on another one. Like when he got
Yeah.
sacked and then they called the call on Stingley. And for me, it was like, oh, well, maybe I missed it. And so then they replay it, and then the announcers are like, oh, well, there's not much there. And it's like, okay, hold on, bro. Y'all get paid by these guys and stuff. And you're even saying it's kind of questionable. So now as fans, we're like, hold up. And then it's again, and then again, and then again. And you're like, okay, now you're having to, we're not idiots. We can see when and hear when your voice changes. And when you're like, oh, well, that's a little, we're going to go to this replay. And it's like, all right, dog. Like, there was some bad officiating. Like, let's be 100%. Y'all are used to officiating on Sunday, I see, not Saturday. Cool.
I kind of want to can't wait to have the wide receiver conversations in the offseason.
There's a
Because
lot
like
of
if Tank comes back, he's your number 3, right?
yeah.
And then it begs the question, like, do you bring Stephon Diggs back? And before you answer that question, I also want to raise the question: is Nico Collins, can he be dependent on? Meaning, like, are you good because of the system, or are you just good? Like, I
Yeah.
just don't feel like he's elite in his talent. Like, he's really good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I guess what I'm asking is like, do you say fuck Stephon Diggs and I'm gonna go try to get somebody like really, really good, like that Garrett Wilson conversation we had?
I think I have to.
I think I want to. I don't think I have to. I think I want to.
Yeah. I think from a one or from a have to standpoint, it's just because Nico brings a different element, but I don't have that go and get it factor. Like I know like we talk about it in fantasy all the time. The Malik neighbors coming up now. You got of course Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, the two best in the league. But there's certain guys that Amon Ra, you got dudes like Puka and Cooper over there. Like there's certain receivers like and Nico has times where you can get it and go, but it's not a superstar feeling level to that. And
I feel like those guys that you name, they could just take a drive over. Like
yes,
you, if they're willing, if my quarterback's willing to throw the balls to me, I'm gonna go get it.
yeah,
And I was like, I don't know if Nico can do that to sustain a whole drive. He's more like a home run hitter. You know what I mean?
yeah. He like when we used to have like DeAndre, I knew that's okay. He can go get that shit.
Yeah.
Like I knew that. And with Nico, I mean, we had the question of is he a wide receiver one? Oh, he did really great. Oh, he's blowing up this season, like amazing. But then it's like Stephon Diggs went out. He's about to shine, and it was like,
I ain't gonna lie though, when them two were together, we were fucking good. Like
yes,
I get the system doesn't warrant like a Justin Jefferson or whatever, but fuck these dudes keep getting hurt. Or maybe we're looking at this wrong and we're putting too much emphasis on Tank when we should be trying to put more emphasis on Hutch. Because the dude is talented.
yeah,
Not to say you forget about Tank, but it's like, no. We need to be scheming Hutch in this a little bit more. We need to be scheming Mechie in this a little bit more.
it. I mean, Bobby got, hey, bro, you got 4 days to figure it the hell out, bro. Like, you better start figuring. Hey, Xavier, remember those plays that I showed you? We gonna run those in Baltimore, bro. Mitchie, my boy. You remember those Tank Dell plays? Those years now. Good luck.
I mean,
It,
basically, Tank Dell just if he wins at the line, he gets the ball.
yeah,
That's what it is. Is he wins off the line and he runs to open space because we don't really ask him to run precision routes or anything like that.
yeah, that's true. It's like I have so many questions with so little time before playoffs
Mm-hmm.
because it's like even like I mean for some reason like the defense it just when they lose players I mean we've lost some it hurts because it's like Petrie of course is out, Jimmy Ward's probably out now because he's old and always brittle. um it's just like damn, but they don't miss a beat too much. It's kind of like all right, next man up,
Yeah,
next man up. When the offense
especially on
is
the
up,
defense, it don't make a fuck
yeah,
who's hurt. Like we'll be successful.
yeah,
Linebackers, you're probably doing pretty good. Which today I was a little upset that they kept Christian Harris at middle linebacker for longer than they did because I thought he was fucking up. And not that he was fucking up, but it's like, all right, like your Toa should have been there is my point because you've been in game action all season. You
yeah,
know who, what, when, where, why everything should be happening. And it's like I have a feeling that like Pat Mahomes might not have ran that ball and if Toa was standing in the middle of that field.
yeah, yeah. Like there's beauty in it. Like I can't wait to see Aziz back and see him and Christian Harris dominating some people with Will and Hunter. Them out there,
Honestly,
that's
I
gonna
ain't
be
gonna lie
good.
though. I was a little bit upset that Will and Daniil didn't eat today. I
Yeah,
thought that they were gonna eat those tackles to death and they didn't.
they I forgot they were playing at one
For a
point.
little bit,
Yeah, for one a little bit, I was like, are they out there? Did they get hurt? And then I was like, oh, they're just
I'm not gonna lie, both O lines played pretty decently. like better than I thought they were going to. Because like our O-line didn't really give up as much as I thought they could. Like Chris Jones wasn't a factor like I thought he was going to be. Karlaftis wasn't a factor like I thought he was going to be. When we ran the ball, we were at least capable of getting to the second level a lot of times, which means our O-line was blocking. And the fact that Blake Fisher got hurt and they brought some joker in that I've never fucking heard of, aside from moving Tunsil back to right tackle and bringing Green in at left guard, basically tells me they've completely fucking gave up on Kenyon Green. So
they're like, you here for depth if we need you?
Yeah, you're a pick we wasted. Just go. I told you that's what they. You want a feel of them? Fill your ass on that bench.
Yeah. Well, Nick, my boy, Saint Nick, I need a receiver, bro. Give me a receiver. I'll let you pick it. And I don't care if it's from practice squad, if it's from off the streets, if it's depth. I was like, I just that's gonna be all questions right now are, of course, how is Tank Dell doing? Praise to you, my boy. But now it's
did you feel a certain type of way about seeing CJ feel a certain type of way?
I know there was a lot of fans that were criticizing him, saying that he shouldn't be emotional. But then I saw the replay and the pictures, and I was like, dang, if it looks that gruesome and that's like your boy, and knowing like you just came back from a season-ending injury and you got shot and now you're some friendly fire shit.
Hey, yeah, but the thing is you have to acknowledge the fact that you're the quarterback of the team. Like you lead us, you steer the ship.
Yeah.
Like, I get where you're saying that's the human nature of it. There's a time and place for it. Like you're my boy, bro, but in the midst of war, if fucking bone pops out your leg, I'm gonna be like, somebody drag this motherfucker to the side and we'll fix him later. And I know that's easy for me to say, but like, that's honestly how I would react to that. Like, but I let the people who can help him, but I gotta finish his game.
I think that's one thing also. Like it was, I mean, he went out there on the sidelines throwing the ball around and everything. He looked still a little distraught and everything, of course. But I mean, he went out there, did his thing and everything.
Not really. We went 3 and out on 3 or 4 possessions after that. That's why the only reason I was mad about it, bro, because I felt like you burnt the opportunity to. We could have rallied around that. CJ could have rallied around that, and the whole team's trying to console your ass.
Yeah, but I think what I'm trying to go with that is I'm thinking that's one of those learning curves. Like as a veteran, there's certain things that we forget about these younger quarterbacks. The Anthony Richardson pulling himself out and saying, I'm tired. And they're like, hey, bro, you can't do that shit. You're in the NFL. The Caleb Williams pouting on the sidelines and your teammates are like, hey, bro, cameras are watching you at all damn times. You can't do that shit.
I ain't tripping. If that's how he felt, like, it's not a big deal to me, but I'm just saying, like.
But I agree. I would have rather seen you at least rally to a point and try to get there. Like if you lost and you rallied, hey, applaud, bro. It looked like you ran out of gas completely at that point. I remember I literally was at my brother's and I was like, hey, I'm heading home. Like this is donezo. Like I could just see it in their eyes. Like this game's over, and all that stuff. I mean, because I can even say I could use the other way around with Patrick Mahomes when he ran into his own dude. You know that, and right. Had the same thing and they still played a whole game.
I was about to say Pat scored on that drive, bro, on the next one because I was on a pick, but like it's just compartmentalizing your shit. Like he's getting the help he needs right now. I can't fix the fucking leg. I mean, I guess it is easy for us to say that because we're sitting on this side of the TV, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's crazy. I mean, the whole wrestling after the Owen Hart thing, they kept the whole show going. So it's like this world is crazy. It's like I get it from both sides. Like I was like, all right, I get it, but I also get the warrior side. It's like I'm gonna go out there and win this shit for him. Like,
yeah. That's my approach. Like we're gonna go down swinging. Fuck it. You took one of ours. I'm gonna take one of yours.
Yeah.
And I know it wasn't their fault. Like they didn't do it intentionally, but.
Yeah, but it's
they technically didn't do shit. So
yeah, it was our guys.
Yeah.
Like I understood consulting to the hey homeboy, I know you feel like shit. You took him out, but friendly fire. But hey, like I need you to calm the fuck down. Also, like
Yeah, we can't be having all these memes out there of our players crying.
yeah, it was it's gonna be an interesting day. That's gonna be a lot of talk tomorrow for sure on football stuff.
It's just a fluke deal. Like it's just the nature of the beast. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It just sucks.
sucks is the same guy happened twice.
On the other hand, fuck, he held the ball. He held the ball.
He my knee and my
He
knee.
held the
He was like,
ball.
I got the ball, but my knees fucked it.
It was like earlier this season. Remember, Mike Evans caught a touchdown on a bomb, and he like tore his fucking hamstring or pulled a hamstring, and he still held the ball. I was like, that's wide receiver at its finest, right there.
Mm-hmm. He was like, I can't get up, but I got this shit.
Yeah, give him my 6.
Yeah, it's like damn.
Get well soon, Tank.
Yeah, Nick, next man up, man. Next man up, brother. I know you on Kirby Street over there making a call. Fly whoever you got to fly.
On the other hand,
yeah, we good.
Baltimore's secondary is not that great.
Yeah.
And Tennessee's is fucking atrocious. So
Yeah.
I think that you could still do pretty okay with Nico Mechie, Hutch, Robert Woods.
I agree.
I mean, you could still use Schultz. They'll use Dare to catch balls. So, I mean, we're fine. We have places to throw the ball. All right, we're out.
Houston.
We're both young. That's what happens
Yeah.
when they make us play at 12.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't doing nothing now. I watched football this morning, so it's all good. Houston, all love. Stay warm. Have a good holidays. See you in a few because we got to do a Baltimore Ravens video now. But all love. Later.